a joking type of lila. Aham vedmi, sukho vetti, bhasha vetti, no vetti va. Many cute ways of saying. There's so many cute ways of, manifestation of the lila in all throughout the Holy Scripture, not one or two. Cute ways that we call lila. We cannot understand them in a tattik way completely, but lila way. Many things to be understood.
This is a good point. We cannot understand Lila only in
Lila
Tattvic
only
way.
tattik way. We see, often we cannot keep balance. We consider everything tattik way, no lila way. Then something is missing. Vasudev is incarnation of Lord Narayan. Vyasurupe koila taha Sri Narayan. Mahaprabhu fully accepted that. Kaviraj Goswami wonderfully described that. Chaitanya Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And even before Srimad Bhagavatam, I mean through Vishnu Purana, Vasudev already composed, manifested many beautiful Puranas like Padma Purana, Vishnu Purana. There, through those Puranas, he already dealt with high topics. No only Brahman topics or only Paramatma related topics.
Even
Bhakti.
Bhagavatam he wrote before, but in a short version.
Short version. Then after
Mahabharata, then again in full version.
After receiving elixir, receiving nectar,
yes, that I could not.
Special nectar from Devarshi Narada, then he recomposed it with revelation, further revelations. He received further revelations. Yes, it is already described there. Evam bhakti yogena manashi sammak pranihite male. You remember that verse? Evam bhakti yogena manashi sammak pranihite male. Apasrat purusham purnam mayancha tad apasritam. Apashat purusham purna mayancha tad apasritam. See, so thereby the real Bhagavatam, comparatively full-fledged, conception of Bhagavatam revealed through his samadhi, in-depth meditation. And he actually saw all those Krishna Leelas, Krishna Tattva and Krishna all in details through divine meditation, transcendental meditation, not through these eyes. Of transcendental character, the nature of composition of Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these transcendental character. Not look through these eyes, material eyes. Not like that, he went to different places and found the Krishna Leela and then he described. Everything revealed, super subjective way, descended after he received the special blessings. Gracious chastisement from his Guru and received that special nectarian inspiration from his Gurudev. All Leela, these are all Leela. Then the real Srimad Bhagavatam, comparatively in full-fledged way, manifested.
This I got from Jiva Goswami because our Gurudev was always explaining. Vyasadeva wrote down, means divided for Vedas, then wrote all Purana, Vedanta Sutra, everything he wrote, 18 Puranas. Then Mahabharata also, and still he was not satisfied, then he wrote Bhagavatam. So I was always how 18 Puranas were already there before, and then after Bhagavatam is coming. Then it is 19 Puranas, or how it was this confusion. Then Jiva Goswami explained that first there was a short version of Bhagavatam.
True.
That is included in like 18 Puranas before. Then Mahabharata, then Bhagavatam will give the meaning of Mahabharata.
True.
If Bhagavatam was already before, then how could give meaning?
True.
So he explained that first there was a shorter version, only those 4 shlokas, means
Bhagavata
conversation
Chatusloki.
of Brahma and Bhagavan,
Right.
that topic of Bhagavatam, second canto. Then after Mahabharata and getting grace of Narad, then he wrote full version. So then and they both combined, they are like one of 18 Puranas.
Exactly so.
So that
But
was
Bhagavata Purana is also, some other way it is called Sri Bhagavata Purana. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Moolam Jad Vaishnavanam Priyam. Yes. Purana Seshtha.
so only in Brahmananda that devotion, as Brahmananda is not fully developed, also devotion is not fully developed there, but still it is there.
Yes.
In that sense,
Exactly. Exactly.
as Ananda is not full blown there, also devotion is not full blown.
Or it can be blown in its own way, but not that quality. You know, because those who are releasing the Brahmananda and Atmananda, Atmarama, in relation to Brahman and the Super Soul, they don't consider the Anandam is little bit. They consider it's full, complete, so attracted. Subjective. So, again, and they will not agree with that. Their quality and quantity and
It's
quality.
not like-
Anandam is less than anything. Same thing, see? Because they don't have the comparative conception yet. That's why it is, after all, it's all dealing with the infinite, you know, infinite aspects. So every part of the infinite also that of infinite nature. Achinta Veda Ved. But while we go to compare in a distinctive way, then hierarchies are there. Others, they never think they are Anandam of less quality or quantity.
Because there also in Taittiriya Upanishad they have that comparison. One healthy, strong man is
Yes.
very happy in this world. If you multiply by 100 times, then that like Gandharva or someone, Karma Gandharva, then 100 times more, like this
Goes
all-
on.
So go on. Then it comes to Brahmananda, that is unlimited. So that comparison they have, but from Brahman up, that is still there. But you cannot say that Brahman is something low or something. There is a big gradation there.
Yes.
So much.
It is full in itself. In
It's
some
unlimited.
yes, unlimited. So it is
Not limited by any material.
exactly. So in that sense, it is just full and fulfilled in its own aspect. Every aspect of the infinite, also infinite nature. Again, we have to bear that in mind. Om Purnamada Purnat Purnamivocchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishrate. So in that way, the devotees of Brahmananda, let me say this way, devotees
Worship.
of Brahmananda, worshippers of Brahmananda, devotees of Atma, Paramatmananda, worshipper, never feel that their quantity and quality of Ananda has any lacking, anything less fulfilled. But when they get the comparative taste, like Sukadeva Goswami, then only they can realize through comparative study, comparative realization, the qualitative difference. Otherwise not. See, again, back to that point about Vasudev composing Purana and manifesting Srimad Bhagavatam, presenting Srimad Bhagavatam in the beginning in a brief way. See, thereafter, again, after receiving the special grace and inspiration from his own Gurudev, then he again comparatively presented the full-fledged Bhagavatam. It's not yet completely complete, because both of them again waiting to receive it from Shukadev Goswami in more complete form. See, both of them are present, but they are Bhavishyat Drashta, seer of the future. So they already knew Shukadev was going to come, appear in the Parikshit Maharaj assembly. And therefore they are waiting there.
both Narad and Vyas,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
were reading Bhagavatam from him, from Shukadeva.
How Srimad Bhagavatam re-reveals the more full-fledged way through Shukamukhadam ittaddahu samjutam, from the lotus lips of Shuka, our dearmost Shukadev. See, and so that was when Srimad Bhagavatam to reveal more, completely more full-fledged way. See.
Maharaj, when you said that those who are worshippers of Brahmananda, they feel fully satisfied there. But when we hear of Gopakumar's story, he was like in some planes, but there was some lacking there. He felt somehow he was inspired to go further.
Certainly, because he was able to make comparative study.
Already.
That's why he could detect something lacking, something missing here, because he was able. Gopakumar ultimately eternal associate of Krishna. So this is again Leela, all dramatic Leela also. He was lost, got lost, and again taking journey through different stages and coming up to Krishna again. So relative descriptions of his relative experiences. Like Devarshi Narad also had some experience of samsara, by this special desire of Lord Narayana, because Devarshi Narad didn't have any concept of what is samsara without Krishna, because eternal associate, Bhavanan brought up there on the Vaikuntha level, on the divine plane of Goloko, Vaikuntha Goloko, he didn't have any concept. So he was curiously asking Lord Narayana, what is samsara? Why the jiva souls become so conditioned by material family? What is that, O Lord? I don't know. Can you explain to me? Then Lord Narayana thought it would be best way to give him experience rather than explanation. Rather than explaining to him, it will take a lot of my time and energy. To explain to him who has got no idea about the Jarajagotik Samsara, better to give him direct experience. So as Lord Narayana wished, he started having the experience. As Devarshi Narad went to take a deep bathing in the river, experience started. Samsara. Very cute way, very realistic way. See, something like that, Gopakumar's comparative experiences from, moving forward to Krishna, moving up and upward to Krishna from the worldly plane and then other planes, all different planes of the universe and light. I would say different planes of the universe, and also because he was going to different planes, also planes of consciousness. So we have to understand both ways, different planets of the universe, planes of the universe, and also objective conception, also his own subjective levels of consciousness. So he was going through both. So, but since Gopakumar is none other than the eternal associate of Krishna, so it was all playful. It was all Leela, specific Leela, to give him some comparative experiences, objectively and subjectively, materially as well as spiritually, to let him have comparative experiences by taking that journey and finally again being united with Krishna. Somewhat like similar to the experience of samsara of Devarshi Narad.
So because he already had this inside of him, that's why he was experiencing lacking.
Exactly, because by original nature, by his fundamental nature, he is already eternal associate of Lord Krishna. So he has already got that innate qualifications, natural innate qualifications to compare, to make comparative studies.
And those
And
don't.
therefore he could detect those things missing. But those who would not have this qualification of having comparative studies, they cannot do it.
And also Maharaj, what she mentioned, both is true. When he came to certain platform, for the time being he was fully satisfied.
Yeah,
but
fully.
then something
Exactly.
Then
started
after
missing.
some time it missed. I also heard the explanation because in one sense he is eternal associate, so that is already. But I heard also because he took mantra from bona fide guru, so that would not keep him
limited within that plane.
yes. Then he felt some lacking. He could also not understand, and then he went further. But then again, he was fully satisfied.
Searching for a higher.
Then again, and like
Higher
this,
and
so
higher.
both.
Exactly.
But here in Narad Goswami's case, Vyasa Goswami's case, Jiva Goswami explained in this way that because Jiva is by nature has priti for Supreme Lord. So that then Narad hinted, although already you realized Brahman, why you are still unsatisfied, hinting at the point that every Jiva already has priti, not realized now, but he will feel lacking.
Seed
Unless,
form. More
yes,
seed form.
seed,
Seed
even though
form
not
will
receiving mantra or something, but still in seed is there, priti,
Right.
but will, so Vyasadeva also, although realized but could not feel fully satisfied because priti is not fulfilled in relation to,
Krishna.
yes, but already innate inside.
Again, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad explained that from a very relative plane, relative stand, trying to support, trying to reasonably explain what happened with Vasudev in relation to Vasudev and Narad Goswami. But he was not judging Vasudev there
Yes,
as Shaktavish avatar of Narayana.
to get a teaching from
teachings.
that,
To
like Brahma made
explain to us, for the sake of explaining to us in a relative sense, he is taking. But if he sees the same Vasudev as the direct incarnation of Lord Narayana, then he would not be judging him in that way. So both.
Like Brahma, we are getting that teaching. Even
Yes.
I am creator, I could not understand without
Yes.
Sharanagati, so we know it is Lila, but still we have to get that teaching. So in Vyasa also is Lila
Exactly.
is there.
Exactly.
At this point,
Both
he
needs
may-
are there.
unless Priti is fulfilled, means Jiva cannot be satisfied fully.
True.
Impossible. And according to your rasa, then, like our Gurudev told the gopis, they saw Narayan, they could give respect because they already got experience of Krishna, so they were not attracted. But if someone else who has no direct experience of Krishna saw Narayan,
They will be
fully
attracted.
attracted.
Exactly.
Fully.
Attracted, fully devoted. They will be fully devoted.
But because they had experience, or if someone receives mantra or has that innate already there, then they cannot be.
Exactly so. Again, back to that point, that state of jiva is marginal platform. Who has got some priti,
Yes.
as Jiva
Yes,
Goswami mentions,
undeveloped.
undeveloped,
Yes, in the
Yet.
seed form, yes.
not applied to the nitya mukta jivas.
No.
Only on the
To
marginal
tatastha,
platform.
yes.
Tatastha.
Yes.
Yes,
They have, but that is enough to feel unsatisfied only in Brahmananda.
exactly. As it develops further, they go towards nitya mukta, that level. Okay. So
By the grace of Guru, then that is
by the grace of Gurudev,
developed.
also by the grace of Gurudev, also sweet will of the Lord, causeless mercy of the Sarupa Shakti and the divine couple, it can happen.
I meant this Ruh Shakti must connect, then
Yes.
full belonging.
Yes.
I have one question. In Brahmananda, no? I mean, we are trying to have relationship with Krishna and develop bhakti. But this devotion, how is in Brahmananda relationship possible? With whom? With what?
Okay, so how long we are discussing? You can explain.
This is what he was explaining. Towards Brahma Jyoti.
Yeah, but
Jiva towards Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti is one aspect of Krishna. So
Yeah.
they are being attracted to Brahma Jyoti.
but
So they are
it's
devoted.
nothing.
They
The
are,
light or what?
yeah,
Light?
to light. Why is nothing? Brahma Jyoti is something.
I mean, light. But
Yes,
it's
but
not
still
just
You
you are
can
light.
fully
have a
Yeah.
attracted.
relationship
What is
with that light.
It's not just light. Brahma Jyoti, apparently it means light. Looks like light, but
The substance.
it is substance,
yes.
full of consciousness,
Yes.
knowledge,
Yes, bliss,
feelings,
bliss
some
also.
bliss. So it appears to be like light, rays, effulgence, but it's not. It's unlike any material effulgence. Just we say light and effulgence and finish. It cannot be that. It
It is
is
not
otherworldly, transcendental. We have to understand in transcendental sense, not with our limited, isolated, mundane concept of effulgence. Okay, then it will totally limited explanation. Okay, like consciousness, pure consciousness, knowledge manifesting in a visual way, like effulgence. But it's not just only visual aspect of the light. Okay, that effulgence has got feelings, whole life consciousness, realization and bliss.
And it is growing also.
It's
all the
growing
time.
also.
All the
That
time.
kind of, so Brahma Jyoti is not just only light and effulgence, much more than that.
But the, can't render service to that?
Why not? You can render some service of befitting to that plane, as befitting. Okay. Their service means activity is not so much found, it is mostly through feelings.
Okay.
The way Gyanis and Yogis relate to the Brahma and respectively Brahma and Paramatma, mostly through alive feelings, experience of beautiful relations, experience of some ecstatic relations, okay, which also contains some love, some devotion, not yet fully developed like Krishna Prema.
Yes.
Okay, so ultimately, all activities are understood, perceived through conception. Ultimately, everything consciousness, conception. So on that plane, no physical activities. On that plane, having some concept of the service through physical activities, objective, almost absent there. In the plane of Brahman realization or Paramatma realization, blissful Brahman realization, blissful Paramatman realization. All activities are happening through feelings, and conceived through feelings and experience. Consciousness, not necessarily objective type of activities as we find on the worldly plane. Because ultimately even the objective activities are felt in consciousness. Like in a dream. In dream you can have all objective activities, but actually you are not doing anything physical. Everything is felt through consciousness. I am doing so much this way, that way, so energetic. But factually there is no physical activity, objective activity. All are subjective, but felt like also having objective. So sometimes they may feel alike, but basically it's all on the plane of Brahman realization and Paramatma realization. It's basically all, it's a wholesome conscious feelings. All are felt through consciousness, experienced through consciousness, unlimited consciousness of consciousness of Parama Brahma and also Paramatma. Both are basically, ultimately same. Cons- Parama Brahma also being revealed as all-pervading universal energy form, all-pervading infinite energy form, power, all-pervading superpower, super energy form. Paramatma also all-pervading. Paramatma also being realized, all-pervading impersonal energy form as well as a little bit personal compared to Brahman realization. Because individual experience is there, individual experience of union is there between soul and super soul, Paramatma. Super soul is none other than Bhagavan. Okay? Another aspect of the Bhagavan. So because yogis have that individual, comparatively more individual feelings, okay, personal feelings of you having union, ecstatic union with the super soul, so little more personal compared to the Gyanis, Brahman conception. And the highest, topmost, full-fledged personal conception of having personal love relationship with the Supreme Lord coming, manifesting on the plane of Bhagavan realization. Bhagavan realization. That is what it is. Any more queries? Or just, if no more queries, sing some devotional song from Narottam Das Thakur or Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Maybe someone has? No.
So Maharaj, when you speak, it's like really such a thick and dense flow, like coming and feeling. And I just, through the years, I have difficulty to hold this. I feel like a pot with holes. It sometimes is there, then it leaks out. So how to more hold this, what you are transmitting?
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I can consider all the holes in your pot as some outlet, letting you go further, going through without being limited within the pot. I can describe in that way also. So you are having some more outlets so that you can have another pot to contain that pot with holes. One pot with some holes. Next pot you get accommodating that pot with holes is maybe very little holes, not like that. And then another pot you are getting accommodating both the pots without holes. So that's the way it can happen.
And how we do
It can happen. So your final pot will have no holes.
And how to get so many pots?
Or I can say in other way, looking at your holes in other way, I can say just simply repair them. Simply repair those holes in the pot. What you think, therefore you cannot retain all due to leaking out. Just repair them, then you will no more be leaking. You have no more leakage, and you will be able to retain all. Okay. So repairing the holes in the pot means remaining engaged in Krishnanushilanam, Krishna consciousness again and again with nishtha, nairantarja, with continuity, with continuous adherence. So as you remain engaged in cultivating pure Krishna consciousness with some devotional adherence, all those holes will automatically be filled up. Okay, they will be filled up. There will be no more holes. Through continuous Krishna Anushilanam, cultivation of Krishna consciousness with adherence, there will be no more holes. All will be repaired and made up. And in other and through other conceptual examples, I would say, in other conceptions, if I describe it, so even if your present pot has got some holes, but the next pot you are getting just the way I have just explained, accommodating that present pot, okay, within, holding it within its lap. So the further container you get, that can be without any hole. It doesn't really matter. The present pot of yours has got some holes and getting leakage, but whatever leaked out, all will be retained by the another pot, bigger, nicer pot you get. And if there is any leakage from that also, you will get another bigger and nice pot, okay, more reliable pot. So whatever leakage coming through will be held. So you will not be losing anything.
So does that relate to like states of consciousness?
Different play. Your journey, like Gopakumar, somewhat like Gopakumar. It also relates to your journeys of understanding, your spiritual journeys through different planes of conception and realizations. So,
and also maybe
pots can be, the leakage can be considered, holes can be considered something like as the way Gopakumar was missing, something lacking, something is not getting. Here, in the conception of your pots with holes, something going out, you cannot retain. Something he was missing, another conceptual way, you are saying that you are receiving so much, but you cannot retain. Something going out of through the hole, leaking, cannot retain. But like Gopakumar, the next level, you can get a bigger and more higher quality pot without hole.
When you are speaking,
So you will be retaining. Finally, you won't be losing anything. Still, you can be retaining all. Although you are losing from one plane of the pot, but in the second level or third level, whatever went out, okay, whatever you lost through leakage problem, all will be finally retained in the final pot. So they will be there for you finally. Understand?
I understand that, like from my present conception of self, it's like one pot with many leakages, because my
Yes.
present conception of self is very more materialistic, and so it leaks out through material conceptions. And when my next pot, it's maybe when I get realization of myself, more progressive, so
More you can be holding, retaining.
yeah, because it's closer to soul,
Yes, so
progressively,
retaining more essence
more.
of the truth
and
there.
then again more pure conception of self, and again many things just falling away. And do I
Yes.
understand?
Yes, proper, exactly. Yes. You appropriately understand.
Those misconceptions, they are stealing away the thing, and
Misconception of the self.
they are stealing
Yeah,
away
Right.
yeah, everything, energy, attention, and then more it is, less it is.
Yes. You are more towards this substance and essence. So at some point you can be holding all the truths and essence. I mean relatively all the truths and essence, okay, of your gain in your life without missing anything through leakage.
Because I was chanting today, and yesterday it was really such a flow. I mean, it's always from you, but now I'm feeling even more than usually. And I was like, oh my God, when I come home, I must chant. And then it was today, already I felt little less there. It's still there, but I'm afraid, like, after 1 week, like, it's just like how to not.
It happens. On this material plane, it all happens more or less with all of us.
Yeah, but you're constantly connected, so it's like replenished.
Yes, so that is our aim and that is our destiny, our goal, But it's true, due to the influence of the material environment and nature, we cannot be retaining that standard of Nairantar Jam Nishtha all the time. So therefore we cannot be continuing to retain the substance, essence of the truth all the time. So it happens, but by causeless grace and mercy, again what we missed, again it comes back, re-revealed and re-revealed in our life and makes up the loss, makes up what we lost by causeless grace and mercy. So we are so grateful. We are very, very grateful ultimately to the causeless grace and mercy of the Supreme Lord, Divine Couple and their loving associates. Sarupa Shakti. Gaur Hari Bol. Sing some devotional song. Any devotional song you feel inspired to sing. Gaur Hari Bol.